watching Good Morning San Diego.
Coming up on Good Morning San Diego, we will introduce you to several more of the candidates who have been nominated for Man and Woman of the Year from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
And they topped those first three?
They were pretty energetic. A few minutes ago, we introduced you to some of the candidates who are up for Man and Woman of the Year for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. But now we've got three more nominees who we're going to introduce you to this morning. It's Sarah Kellerhalls, Abby Stevenson, and Steve Scott. We'll talk to them in a moment. But first, Kathleen Seymour is here. She is basically in charge of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation. Right. This is a really big fundraiser for you guys. I mean, I know how important it is to raise every single dollar. So what are you expecting this year from the crowd of nominees?
Well, everything, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, what we expect them is to, and I know that they're going to follow through on this, not just to raise money for our mission, but every day that they are out talking to people, they are going to come in contact with people who need help. So they're going to be bringing new patients into our organization. They're going to be spreading the word about the importance of supporting the organization either as part of the Man-Woman campaign or separate for all of the other things that we do. So they are our ambassadors, and they're out there spreading the good word about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Explain what Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is actually raising money for blood cancer.
Yes, it is. Great question. So we have three pretty simple arms of our organization. We do research, and the entire focus is funding researchers to get new treatments, better treatments in the hands of patients right now. We do advocacy. As new treatments become available, people have problems with access to care. FDA takes a long time for those treatments to get through the system, so we want to shorten that. And then the last thing we do is patient services. Did you know that you can come to LLS and actually receive money for us for your treatment?
Yeah.
We're amazing.
You are amazing.
And then we do patient services programs and help people through their cancer journey. So that's what we do.
You do so much. I know that for a fact. Now, Sarah, I understand you have a personal story that led you here today.
I do. A few years ago, I've lost both of my parents to cancer. I lost my dad back in 2008. 5 months after my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and he passed away really rapidly. And then my mother's cancer came back after I graduated college in 2010, a couple years ago. And I struggled very hard after losing both of them and was really uncertain of what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I wanted to be a doctor, and I tried really, really hard. And recently I just got accepted into medical school. And so that's why I'm doing Woman of the Year. So hopefully my life is turned from grief and to hope, and hopefully I can embody the positivity that Leukemia and Lymphoma Society strikes people with.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Well, we wish you all the best.
Thank
Sarah. That's incredible. Okay, tell us your story. I understand you have a wonderful story as well.
Yeah, so one emotional story to the next.
Yeah.
So I also lost a parent to a lymphoma. My dad, Mark Gurney, died of chronic lymphocytic leukemia in 2001. I actually had the privilege and honor of being his caregiver when he was sick. So it was a special time for us and our family. That led me to team and training in my first race. And
how'd you do?
You know, I did fine. I did my 10-minute miles for the marathon. I was really happy with that. And then team and training led me to my husband, Tyson Stevenson, who I'm also running in honor of because he's a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor. So I keep my dad with me every day with my little angel. If anybody who knows me knows that I wear this, made by my mom. And I keep my husband with me every day in person, which is great.
That's wonderful.
I'm excited. I'm an attorney now at Blanchard, Krasner and French, and this is the first time I've been able to give back with the kind of scope in mind that I have for this campaign, and I'm really excited to be able to kind of up the ante from my, $5,000 team and training fundraising to tens of thousands for this campaign.
Wow. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, Steve, you're the last one. Hi. Why are you wanting to be the Man of the Year?
Well, it's really simple. I've got a long history. Many family members have had cancer, and it's touched us, directly. And I see what it does both to the patients, but also to the families and their friends. It can be really devastating to them. But my history goes back for over 25 years, where I was actually working on some of the original leukemia genetic tests and trying to get them through the FDA and get those things out there. And now those things are working. And recently, when my wife had cancer, guess what? Those tests came back to show what treatments she needed and how it worked. So it all goes around, because what we found out is that, like, gosh, every 10 minutes someone dies from a blood cancer. So why can't we spend some money and get those things solved? Because as it turns out, about 50 of the last drugs, 25 of them, these are drugs approved by the FDA, went on to cure and work for leukemia, but also they work on other cancers too. So let's put money into it.
Wonderful to meet you all. Incredible people. Go to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to find out more. Thanks you guys so much. We'll be right back. Thank you guys.